Hey ho, what's up YouTube? This is Ronald speaking. I'm an animator from Singapore and welcome back to my painting challenge. So this is the 9th day, I believe, and I'm going so a little bit more about this challenge. I'm painting portraits for 30 days straight, and I'm recording all the process real time, just for fun and laughter. And if you're watching, you're most probably interested in digital painting. That's why you're watching this video, right? So let's get started with today's practice. Today's practice is going to be a short one. Hopefully, I'm hoping to keep it within 30 minutes. Okay, I'm going to time myself. The time now is 12:51, 12:50. So I'm going to stop at 1:20. Right, so I have 30 minutes to go. So this is a white canvas. Let me darken it and put in the background value. Something like this, and so I'm blocking in the base color. Oh, by the way, I'm using a photo reference from I just googled the image. So all the lighting here is all very beautiful, but it's not done by me, it's by the photographer. Some background. So this is the head, right? And just looking slightly upwards. Just roughly get the skin tone in, the highlights, and the neck muscle. Take this darker tone. So draw some hints of the collarbone. And her hand is running through her forehead, as in the front of her hair. So just draw that in. This will be quite tricky. So the main light source is from the top, which is hitting the front of her face. Let me also get the hair in. So it's all dark over here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay, it looks very gross now, but it's part of the process. And you should get some red highlights. Let me just suggest, oh, that's green. Some red highlights here. Something like this. Over here, something that runs here, here. Just a early suggestion. And okay, so that's the base layer. Let me duplicate it just for documentation's sake. And let me get the cast shadow of her hand into her face. So if I use this color, it's too desaturated, right? So I need to pump up the saturation. Something like this. So her eyebrows run here. And a nostril. So the base of the nose is here. And the corner of the lips run from here to here. Lips are here. She has some teeth showing. And the bottom lip. And of course the chin. This is all nicely blended to the bottom of her chin here. There's a slight blue tint, slight tint of blue hitting the face, so let me try to get that in. It's most likely from the surrounding blue canvas at the back. And there are some nice hot highlights hitting the hand. And the T-zone, hotter than this. Do I have another brush? I've been painting with this brush for very long. Let me try another brush for fun. Blah 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 blah. No, I don't have nice brushes. These are all default Photoshop brushes. Yeah, I just stick with this one. Okay, this is a new brush. No texture. Let me try another one. Maybe this one. What's there? Texture. Scattering. What does this do? No idea. Texture. Interesting. Let me try this. I suppose it's gonna be quite annoying. Actually, interesting effect. Let me just use this for this painting at least. Okay. Get down here. There are some purple tint from the side, so I'm gonna just try to get that in. Too strong, blend it back. All the way through the neck. This brush is slightly lagging. So I think it's because of the texture. So maybe it's not a good idea after all. But it does remind myself to keep the painting rough and not to get lost with the details, so I shall stick to it for a bit longer. There's some highlights that come here. Too dark. I like this nice pinkish tone hitting the skin. Quite interesting. So this area here behind the head is all dark. Oh, her ear. Just placed it in. Because it's looking up, so the ear is a bit lower than the eye region. Place the midtones of the ear in. Should get some darks and lights. Here. Okay. Maybe paint the shoulder in. And this area is darker. Excuse me. So let me blend this area out. Some highlights that hits the side of her throat. And the ball of her chin. And the highlights of the fingers. This thumb will run through here. This brush is a bit annoying. I cannot paint some areas. I think I turned on the brush scale too big. But so far it's helping to make me stay focused on the bigger shape, so it's fun to change the brush once in a while. And get some white highlight here. Try to get it in. Maybe on this side too, just ever so slightly. Okay. So the veins, the muscle, the bone structure of the forearm here. We paint this in and shows us a thumb that's running through here. It's almost a symmetrical pose. There's some rim light on the thumb. This area is all much darker than what I have now. Let me just paint. These areas away. Get a softer transition. Highlights. Highlights. The skin tone is actually not so orange. It's like I'll pull that back very soon. And her mouth is actually much higher here. Much down. Paint that away. Paint the highlights in. Get the ball of a chin. And I'll duplicate this and press Ctrl B to get to the color balance editor, and in the midtones, which is I think where the orange lies, I'm gonna pull down the reds and increase the magenta so it's pinker. So before, after. But the green was nice. Let me just try to get that back in slightly. So there's some nice texture going on in the background. Let me just add that in. Pick this color, this color. Oh, I'm not getting anything. Oh, I painted the base layer. My bad. Painted the top layer. Boom, 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 boom. Whoops, it's a mistake. Boom, 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 boom. And this area should get some orange. The knuckles and the pinky, and this pinky runs here. My mic is in the way. This vein runs here. This guy runs here. The volume of the pinky flesh hits this area. So it has been about a week of practice, and I have gotten a lot more sensitive towards more used to at least the way the light interacts with the skin. So I'm quite happy about my understanding and my progress. Hopefully, if you're watching the series, you'll get the same idea. Actually, you won't until you do it, so. But hopefully it will inspire you to do it. I think that's the only way to improve, right? Just keep practicing. Okay, so this area gets a bit of the highlight. Bring it back in. I think the neck area is too defined, like over here. Let me just soften Soften it. Soften. And should get some highlight here. And some highlights here. Okay, let me check the overall shading. I think the side of the head here needs more red to define the roundness and the shadow of the hand. It's a more saturated, darker tone. Same for this area here where the palm casts a shadow. And let me refine the shape of under her chin. I said 120, right? Now it's 107, so I have about 13 minutes to go. So let me get to the lips. It's quite, I think this format is better. I don't have to paint for so long, but I do get to miss out on the practice of the details. But I have limited time, so I make do with what I have. Pinky has some shadows here. Let me size up my canvas by 2 times. So 20, can't count, 2160. So something like this will be, so my brush will be similar but half the scale size. Should be able to get slightly more detail just by upping the canvas size. Let me get the lips in. The lips in. Let me just duplicate for documentation's sake. Save my work. So just a review of the progress. The base layer. Add some preliminary tones and correct the colors. Keep track of the overall shape. And I'm here now at this stage. Moving forward, I should start painting more suggestions of the eye area. So let me get the brow in. Boom, 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 boom. And so the eyebrow ridge, get some highlights at the top here, both sides. And somehow at the sides it's catching a lot of highlight too. So interesting to note. Just the lighting setup of this is like this. Oh, she's closing her eyes. I didn't notice that. That's great because I don't have to paint the, what do you call it, the eyeballs and the very difficult folds of the skin. Or maybe this is a whole other challenge. We'll see how this goes. So underlying this should be just the eyeball. So it's a spherical shape. But this tonal transition is very difficult to achieve for some reason. And slightly orangey here. And slightly yellow. Let me get some yellow in. Speaking of yellow, I tried the or here in Singapore, together with the Despicable Me 3 release, McDonald's has this banana ice cream, which is quite good. I tried it today. It's kind of random. So if you're Singaporean, go try it before it's gone. Okay, so the palm here, get some light from this side. The color of the palm is something like this. And let me describe the fold of this piece of meat on the palm. Something like this. And this is all black. It shouldn't be black, it should be reddish. Something like this. Some highlights passing through, and the thumb area. And this is all dark. Darker than this. I have 9 minutes to go. Let me paint. Continue painting the eyes. Got distracted. So there's some highlight here. Transition. Get some black tones to paint in the lashes, which are the eyes are closed. I'm so happy. And she has some lashes running through. Although my brush is too thick to see what I'm doing, but a slight suggestion of it will do. And of course her nostrils. This is the shape. Just get that in first. And there are some highlights hitting the ball of the nose. Mid-tones of the ball of the nose. Shadows. And here I get the mid-tones. And some lights hitting the area above the lip. Always cannot remember what's it called. My brother just reminded me the other day. It starts with P. No, no idea. I shall go find out if I remember. So this orange comes here. Get rid of that. This orange comes here. And let me bring this tone in just for. Okay, time for the lips. I have 7 minutes left. I shall finish the lip and do a quick check. So this lip is too saturated. Let me just pick the color and tone it down. Here. So let me get this guy. This is where the gap of her mouth is. Runs till here. The lips fold there. Just paint that in. And it also. Okay, so this area has slightly darker tones on the underside of the lip. Let's get that in. And a bottom lip. So only the middle portion. And these sides get slightly darker. Get this tone here. And on the chin gets this highlight. Trying to bridge this highlight. Oh, she has a rim light that's running at the side of her face. Let me try to. I think it's this tone here. Let me try to get that in like this. Yep, that kind of helps. This also has some kind of a rim, not as obvious. Okay, now to paint more of teeth, like this, like this. It runs here and down, and painting the bottom of her lip in to make a clear signal where it ends. Yep. So this blending should be done better. This goes here, get some highlights like this. And some hot highlights here on the cheek. It's always good. The side of the eye here catches some highlight, like in the previous Tony Stark painting that I did. He's got some really pinkish, almost crying eyes all the time. I have no idea why. I had noticed it since the, what was it, Iron Man 3, when he found out he was dying. So it always looks like he's tearing. So this area is, for some people, always catches quite a bit of highlight. Here too. I guess it also depends on how the lighting condition is. Nothing is absolute, right? Just get more orange here. For some reason, there's quite a bit of orange. Orange here too. Okay. And just look at the overall tones. So the way this lies on the shoulder is fine. I just have to soften the transition. I have 3 minutes left. Exclamation. Racing against time. But it's good. I get more rest this way. There's always tomorrow. Wilo. This goes here. I need to get the roundness of the hand here, so let me just do that. And this is the palm. Hope I'm getting the roundness of the finger. This is a thumb that runs into the hair, and overall I think I can darken the corners of the painting a little bit, ever so slightly, maybe too strong. Okay, just do a quick check. This should run like this and not into the entire. Come on, go away. This highlight on this hand is quite strong, runs from here all the way out, and the background of this is darker, and the hand doesn't eat into so much of the background, and also this area is darker. Is darker, and get some softer transitions here, get some highlights here, and what else to soften the transition here. So the highlights are here. Come on, highlights, come through here. This area should be a lot softer. Yeah, I have 1 minute left. 1 minute. Maybe I shall flick a bit of the environment light to the sides of her skin here. That's quite nice. And the way this hair runs should run from behind the palm. And yeah, we're almost done. Okay. I say okay, but my finger don't stop. Okay, let's see. I think it's pretty alright for a study. Given more time, I can fix more of the mistakes. For example, here, get it in more. And I didn't paint the side of the nose, so let me just get that in. Okay. Done. No. So I need to manage this transition better next time. Okay, let me just write my name. New layer. Turn off the texture of this brush so that I can write my name. Pick some color like this. Ronald Fong animation, and it's the 25th, I believe. 27th, what was I thinking? 27th of June 2017. Right, let me just draw a line and scale this down and put it at the side, which is more readable. Let's see. Maybe here is better. Right, make it smaller. Something like this. Cool. Lower the opacity. Right, cool. So thanks for watching. I'll be uploading this onto YouTube, and well, that's probably where you're watching this video anyway. And yeah, see you in the next video. So alright, just to say my bye-byes, Ronald Fong, facebook.com/Ronald Fong Animation is my Facebook page where I share all my digital painting process for this 30 days, so you can see some speed painting forming here and blah blah, Tony Stark. And this is my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Ronald Fong, and my blog and my website is ronald-fong.com. Of course, my website is not only digital paintings. I'm an animator by profession, so I do a lot of 3D animation, production kind of work, but painting is my hobby, so you guys can see on my blog instead of my portfolio. You can see my portfolio is more of some commercial work, storyboarding work, character design work, and all things animation, if it loads. Blah blah. So 3D tests and some Angu Gui and some other work that is pretty dated, because for this past couple of years I've been working with quite a number of clients, but I can't show the work yet. So maybe sometime later I'll update all of my work on the website. Even my demo reel is like 2015. That's like 2 years ago. Alrighty, thanks for watching, and bye bye, good night.